All right, people, we back again.
You
We
already
back
know what it
again.
is. Live, uncut, unedited.
I got some
Tell the truth
guests in the
and
house,
shame the
and they want to
devil.
talk about some things that's going on that's concerning the migrant situation, what's going on. Mark Carter, Sister Doris.
illegal economic immigrant.
Okay, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we wait till a few more people come on in, y'all, before we get started. All right. I'm like
Un-
live uncut
yeah.
unedited. That's it.
Okay. So we wait to see more people come on in,
Hey
y'all,
Mark,
before we
somebody
get
somebody
started.
need to turn down Facebook on their page. I hear echo. Somebody got the let's turn it down and put your phone on. Okay. All right, people, come on in. It's live uncut unedited, people. All right. All right. Make sure you guys share it on your page. Definitely share it on your page. Share it on your page.
You already know what it is.
Are you on? Are
Live,
you on
uncut,
Facebook already?
Yeah, I'm on
unedited.
Facebook already, bro.
Okay. When I just went on your page, I see an old recording, but I don't see you
It's
on now.
on. You got to go
So
to the second video because I got to pin it. Go to the second video. Go to the second video. I'm gonna pin it.
the second video is you talking to a guy in the store or something.
Okay. It should
You
be on
gotta
the look
refresh.
now. Refresh, Mark. Refresh your thing. Refresh it. It should be there. It should be there. I'm looking there. It's live, uncut, unedited. Yes, there. I'm finna pin it to the top. All right, come on in, people.
Yeah, I see
Yeah,
it. I
come
see
on
it.
in. Refresh. Come on in. We want a few more people to come on in, and I got some guests tonight, people. So we're not taking no calls. Don't need no callers. Yeah. All right. Ain't gonna talk. All right. We got a press conference going on tomorrow. City Hall downtown. You're more than welcome to join in. I'm quite sure you learn some information, learn more about it. I got Mark Carter on the live, and he's going to be talking with us along with Doris and Sister Erica. And they all three are going to talk about what's going on in the community. And I believe there's a class action lawsuit going on too as well. So we want to hear it. This is what we need to know. A lot of you always say, well, I didn't know it was downtown. Let me know. Now you know. So you can't say that we didn't tell you. I'm finna tell you, wait a few more people come on live. I got my YouTube family on and my Twitter family. I appreciate you guys coming on. Make sure you guys share the video. You want to get the word out, share the video. Your boss won't be mad at you today. Your white boss won't be mad at you today. Share the video. Share the video. Share the video. And we're going to get started in a few more minutes, Mark. And I'm going to get started. Share the video. We on I'm on 2 Facebook pages, YouTube and Twitter. So you guys are more than welcome to go get on any platform. This is live, uncut, unedited, people. It's what it is. I love being black. I'm gonna see how much y'all love being black, how we're gonna support each other. They talking about black issues now. Black issues. Am I right, guys? Black issues. I want to hear them.
Nothing but black issues.
All right. Black issues. Now, if you want to wait till February to be black, be proud to be black. This may not be the live that you want to be on, because some of us, Sister Doris, we only claim black in the month of February when it's comfortable.
That's right.
When it's comfortable.
That's why we're trying to redefine the narrative.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm sharing it on my page. Make sure you guys share it on your groups. Share it on your groups. And okay. Hey Mark, who's going to talk first? Who's going to talk
Mark
first?
is third.
Go ahead. Me or Mama
Mark
Doris?
let Mark start. Mark, you start.
No, well, let Mark hit the home run. The ladies go first. Yeah, that way by the time Mark get on, we have more people. Yeah. Come on, Sister Doris or Sister Erica. Come on, when you guys.
Okay, tomorrow at 11 o'clock with 121 North LaSalle, we're having a press conference to show support for Alderman David Moore. Last week, Alderman Moore sent out a text stating, and I'm paraphrasing, stating that the mayor is planning to turn the libraries and the parks in his ward into warming centers. And he went on to say that the mayor said that he is not talking to anyone basically about what he's going to do. He's going to do it regardless of what the alderman says, regardless of what the residents of the 17th ward have to say. So in essence, the mayor has disrespected the elected official, Alderman David Moore of the 17th ward and the residents of the 17th ward by saying to them, I'm going to do whatever I want to do, and I will let you know later. And the reason we're having this press conference is to say to Johnson, you will not disrespect us in this city in that manner. We will no longer take it from Black politicians who want to tell us what to do and expect us to not challenge them when they're wrong. This mayor is wrong. What this man is doing is unconstitutional. What Joe Biden is doing is unconstitutional. What J.B. Pritzker is doing is unconstitutional. And this is the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party, a party that Black people have voted for the last 65 years. And we have not gotten anything. But yet, they're bringing people from around the world, spending billions of dollars to house them, to clothe them, to feed them, and to educate them at the expense of Black people. And as we've been having our Zooms, we've been talking about this new America, the plan for New Chicago, new immigrants. It's really for immigrants. And this plan does not say one word about Black people being involved in what they're doing. And it's a plan that came out in 2011 under Rahm Emanuel during his administration. And it's about doing everything conceivable to make illegal economic immigrants from around the world successful in Chicago at our expense. So they basically said, to hell with Black people. You don't exist anymore. We're not going to give you anything. And all these programs that they have created for the illegal economic immigrants, we cannot get a teaspoonful of salt or sugar from any of them. So people, we want you to understand, they're saying we are done with you. You don't exist. They're talking about educating the illegal economic immigrants' children. And not one.
Okay. Gee, I don't know what happened. I can't hear it, people. I don't know what happened. Sister Doris. Brother Mark, go ahead. Sister Erica, go ahead. Because we can't hear Sister Doris. I don't know what happened to her phone. She's just talking and we can't hear her. I don't know what happened. I didn't hit no mute button. Mark, can anyone of you guys hear me? Oh my God, what didn't happen? Boy, I tell you, when you get to talking about stuff like this, hold on, people, hold on. They hold on, sister. Let me just hang up. Y'all stay on the line. Let me hang up and recall again. When we get to talking about these illegal immigrants, they show enough put it. Hold on, let me hang up. Let me try it again. Y'all stay there. Just stay there. Yeah, because this is crazy. This had always happened. Every time we get to talking strong about this, they just, man. All right.
Hey, caller, this is Martin G., a.k.a. the Crime Chaser, live, uncut, unedited broadcast. Just before you speak, please turn down all your audio. Please turn them off or down, and do not have us on speakerphone so we won't have an echo, and we'll be with you shortly. Thank you so much.
Okay, Sister Erica, We didn't hear words you say, but you can talk now, Sister Erica. Sister Erica. Hello?
I hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I don't know. You know what? Every time we talk about immigration, illegal immigration, it does this. I'm sorry, people. I didn't do anything. I didn't sabotage or nothing. But okay, Sister Doris was talking. Is she still here?
Sister Doris, you want to finish what you were saying?
Am I back on?
Yeah, you're back on now.
Yeah.
You probably have to start all over again.
So this is basically about the Chicago New Americans plan, which is about illegal economic immigrants. They have spent millions, almost $1 billion on these people at the expense of Black people. These are our tax dollars that they're spending to take care of these people while our people are on the street. 18,000 Chicago students, Black Chicago students are homeless, but yet they're spending all this money to take care of illegal economic immigrants. So this is why we're protesting. This is why we're going out tomorrow in support of Alderman David Moore. And we're asking everyone to come out and support us and to support Alderman Moore, because they are determined to destroy us. And if you don't believe this, come on to our Zoom and listen to what Dr. Carl Anderson is saying and others are saying about this immigration. This is serious. They have no plan in Chicago for Black Americans, and Mark is going to address that even more so. But we want you to come out to this press conference. We have to resist what Johnson is doing, what Brandon Johnson is doing. We have to resist it because we are in serious trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Exactly what Sister Doris said. Family, this is a hostile takeover. And if we don't fight to hold on to what little bit we got.
Hold on, sister. We got some static. Everybody put their phone on mute. Put your phone on mute, because a lot of y'all trying to look at Facebook, and you got to turn your Facebook down. Read the comments. Just turn your volume down on Facebook and just talk to me. We're talking on a real live phone. Okay, go ahead, Sister Erica. All right, go ahead.
As I was saying, this is a hostile takeover. And if we don't fight to hold on to the little bit that we have, we will be the ones sleeping on park benches, under viaducts, in tent cities, on the side of the expressway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's imperative. I don't care what no one else keeps saying. Like Brandon Johnson always saying that we need to have humanity, show humanity, and we need to, make things where the illegal economic immigrants will have dignity. Listen, they had a whole country to have dignity in. And that's something that Black people in America do not have. As a matter of fact, we're probably the only people on earth that don't have a country to call our own. So we're trying to hold on to our little communities, and they're trying to take that away from us.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like our last stand, family. And the last thing I want to say is, Sister Doris and I, we went to set up the Black Legal Defense Fund. And we started it off with $100. And people have been donating to it. I think we're over $600 at this point. The goal is to get $5,000 so we can retain an attorney to file a class action lawsuit against the city of Chicago for violating our human rights, our constitutional rights, and our civil rights, as well as for putting us in danger and putting our children in danger by releasing all the criminals into our community. Okay, so we asked for 200 people to donate $25. That would give us the $5,000.
Okay.
But at this point,
Sister
whatever
Erica.
you could donate.
Okay,
is great.
how do we donate? Give us.
Okay, I can tell you.
Okay.
You can use my telephone number, 312 543-7202 using Zelle.
Okay.
And I can assure you that your money will be used to pay legal fees. And if we don't use the money if we can't find a lawyer because we've been having difficulty trying to find one, but we will get one. And if we don't, everybody will receive their money back. All I have to do is go back to Zelle and resend you your money. We are serious about this. I will not take one dime of anyone's money to use it for anything other than legal fees.
Mm-hmm.
So again, the number is 312-543-7202 using Zelle. And people have been donating whatever you can afford, $5, $10, or $15, whatever you can afford, because we need $5,000. Because that's basically what the lawyers are asking for. So please
That's the
help us.
retainer fee.
That's the retainer fee. We're in a fight for our lives, literally a fight for our lives.
Mm-hmm.
These people are, I mean, you don't see black men and women working in the communities. That's because they're replacing them with the illegal economic immigrants, and we cannot allow them to do that to us. We cannot allow them to destroy a future for our children while they're making a future for illegal economic immigrants.
Okay.
Brother Martin, can I say this too?
Go ahead.
You remember the last time we were on, and I said that every time black people come forward and demand our reparations, they always say they have to do a study or make a committee or make a commission. That's exactly what Brandon Johnson just did. He made a reparations commission and he allocated $500,000 towards it. Now, we don't need any studies. They didn't do a study for these illegal immigrants. They didn't make a commission for them. They didn't make a commission or a study for Ukraine, for Israel, for Palestine, or none of these other countries they give the money to.
Mm-hmm.
But every time black people say we want our reparations, you get Negroes like Brandon Johnson to come and say we need a commission, a committee, or a study. Well, we're putting them on notice today. No more will you play those games on us. See, we won't be studying reparations until you get you're clear to do your 4 years. And then it goes into another 4 years and they say we need a study. No, all the games are over.
That's right. Sister Erica.
And most of the black aldermen.
Hold it, sister. I need everybody to do me a favor to tag your alderman in this. Send it to the City of Chicago website. Send it to Brandon Johnson so they can hear this.
Right.
They need to hear this. Period. They need to hear it. Send it to them.
I'm about to get Brandon right now.
Send it to him right now.
Most of the aldermen.
Send it
most
to
of
him.
the aldermen in city council are down there voting for $150 million, $50 million for illegal economic immigrants. These aldermen, black aldermen, who have sold us out because they know about these immigration laws. We in the Congress, we've had black elected officials who have been co-sponsors of these immigration bills. And again, Mark will get into that more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is what Mark going to talk about, the Chicago, the new American plan. I got it right here in front of me. That's it. I got it right here in front of me. That's what they got. They're going to talk about. Mark, we got a lot of people online, but I'm going to go ahead and let you talk because I don't know if you guys want anybody to talk. So go ahead, Mark. You can bring this plane home. The floor is yours.
Yes. So the first thing I want to know, and I'm looking at the comments, I want to know who's coming downtown tomorrow to City Hall. Okay. 121 North LaSalle. Who is coming downtown to City Hall?
Give us a time. What time, Mark?
And you can simply just, we should meet there. We're going to meet there possibly about 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Because the press conference starts at 11. So we want you to be there early. Meet us at City Hall on the first floor.
It's gonna be outside,
It's gonna be
Mark,
outside.
Huh?
Outside. I'll bring this.
I'm saying we can meet on the inside, can't we, until they get there?
Right.
Oh, yeah, you can stay on the inside because you
Right.
warm.
Yeah,
until
yeah.
you get there.
Right. So on the first floor in City Hall at 10 o'clock. Who's coming? It's head count time now. This is the future of you and your children at stake. We can fight, but we need you to fight for yourself as well as we willing to stand out front for you. This is a people's movement. This is the real grassroots people's movement. None of these name brand people who gonna go behind the scenes and cut a deal. This is not that movement. This is the real people's movement. Your children, you, us, all of us, we are on the chopping block. And we say no to Mayor Johnson and the rest of them while they push a program and plan to take care of everybody but us. If you're gonna have an office of new Americans, then you're gonna have an office for the old Americans. You're gonna have an office for descendants of slavery. You're gonna have an office for those that built this country. CHA just announced on the 21st that they're gonna put $50 million into those vacant and abandoned properties, rehab them, and create housing for illegal immigrants.
And guess what, Mark? Mark, let me say this real quick.
Go ahead.
And you know where them abandoned houses are on the south and the west side. So that's where they're going to place them. We know that.
In our neighborhood.
You know
they're in our neighborhood. And so no way are we going to allow them to come into our neighborhood, rehab these units, and don't put homeless veterans, homeless children who are going to Chicago public schools from either vacant cars, other family members or friends' homes, sleeping out of shelters. No, you're not going to come to our community to house the people that illegally came over to this country, walked across this border illegally to economically benefit while our people remain homeless. If you go down on Roosevelt, right alongside the expressway right now, you'll see tents that have been there for the last 5 years, maybe 10 years. Those are Black people. Those are veterans. And again, we're talking in upwards of 20,000 Chicago public school students going to school from homeless shelters, sleeping in cars. If somebody would let them in their house, they living in other people's homes. Where is the 150 million? Where is the 50 million? Where is the $1 billion for our people? I'll tell you where it is. It's in the coffers, demanding, waiting for you to demand that you be included. And how do you do that first step? Everybody that can hear my voice right now, and what me, Mama Doris, Carter, Trust, Erica, meet us at City Hall. Meet us at City Hall. And again, I want to see on this live right now who's coming. This is for you. This is not for us, just for us. This is for all of us. Where is there a sanctuary for people that are breaking the law from other countries? Joe Biden has even created a parole program. You know what that's saying? That's basically saying that they have served their time for crimes committed, and now he's created a parole system where they can then go to work and then become citizens of this country, being able to vote and everything else. Where is the parole program for people who serve their time? Those programs don't exist because we're not pressuring the mayor, the governor, and the president to do the same for us that they're doing for these people. If you stay home, then what's happening is part of your fault and everybody else's fault that don't get involved. Now, it's a different thing for those that don't know. But if you know, and which I know you know because we right here telling you, if you on this live right here, you don't have an excuse. You know. Now, we're not beating up on you because we don't do that. We don't find something wrong with our people, beat up on you and all that kind of stuff like that. And to the brother Latham that's speaking about Republican and Democrat, Black people ain't voted for no Republicans in Chicago. 80-90% for the last 70 plus years. Don't tell me nothing about no Republicans. I want to hear about the Democratic Party that 9 times out of 10 that you and others voted for when it comes to Chicago. And so since we've been giving our vote to the Democratic Party, then there's nothing wrong with us demanding something in return. If they can give stuff to a group of people that never voted, that can't vote, everything under the sun, then damn it, they can do the same thing for our people. And we don't care who is telling us to stand down, from the mayor to the governor to the president to the so-called leaders in this city. The only people we want to talk to are those who talk about opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell us about no sanctuary city. We have no sympathy for no other group of people because that group has no sympathy for us. We saying stop the buses. We saying stop using our parks and every other institution in our community to house them. And at the same time, Black people are homeless tonight. Tonight, our Black people are homeless in the cold.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no tears and no sympathy for no other group, especially for another group that doesn't have tears or sympathy for me and my people. And I make no apology for that. We make no apology. We should make no apologies for demanding the same thing. Do you all know that this plan clearly states that immigrant children will be the next generation of Chicago's workforce? What is that to say about your children? Over the last decade, they gave them 100,000 positions. They got rid of all the red tape so these people can open up businesses and get loans from banks. The banks are partnering with the city and the academic institutions. These universities are letting these people come in for free. And so we got to make this noise. And the only way we make this noise is that you come down to City Hall tomorrow at 10 o'clock on the first floor. Tomorrow at City Hall, 121 North LaSalle, 121 North LaSalle, City Hall. Call everybody that you know. Show up. Show up, man. This is serious what's going on. And we want to applaud Alderman David Moore, who had enough guts to speak up to what this mayor was basically saying. And that is, I'm not listening to the citizens. I'm not listening to no elected or other elected officials. I'm the dictator. And whatever I'm saying, that's the way it's going to go. This is what the mayor just said to the city council. This dude has turned to a fascist dictator. He's a Black Hitler right now. And so we're not going to stand down and let him do this. It's not going to happen. But the only way he's going to know it's not going to happen is that you show up. This is about, this call right now is about you showing up. You know, sometimes we don't show up for what's happening to others, but this is happening to you. And if you don't think that this is happening to you, you better pay attention to what happened in California when they did the same thing 20, 30 years ago. They're doing it all over again. And they didn't just do it in California. They did it in Florida, New York. In the 90s, they did it in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where all those Somalis were taken there after that war as refugees. And now they're the mayor, they're the congressman, they own all the businesses, and this is what's going to happen to you if you remain quiet. See, all of this where you've been told that hey, man, just don't make no waves, don't make no noise. If you don't make no noise this time, you're going to be homeless. And I want to speak to you directly so you understand that this is going to happen to you. This is going to happen to your children. They're pushing them out of these jobs, pushing America's mainly Black people out of jobs. They're pushing them out of slots that were designated for our people when it comes to these universities, these school programs. Those different dollars that were going, that should have gone and that had been going into Black schools, they're taking those monies away. There are no counselors in some of these schools. There's no recreation in some of these schools. There's no programs in some of these schools. But when you look at these schools where they are housing these immigrants, they got everything. And when you get a chance, Google the Chicago New Americans Plan. The Chicago New Americans Plan. Somebody put that in the message, if you don't mind, Martin.
Okay.
Put it in there. And everybody Google the Chicago New Americans Plan.
I'll put it in.
And you're going to see. I mean, they literally got it in writing. and all of the immigrant groups. When I say all of the immigrant groups, from the Mexicans to the Jews to the Polish to the Asians, to the Africans, the Caribbeans, all these different groups. Ain't no Pan-Africanism. It's Pan-immigrant. It's your immigrants united. There is no Pan-Africanism, nothing. Stop waving that red, black, and green flag. Ain't no Pan-Africanism. They done linked up with all those other immigrant groups against you and the rest of America. And if you don't believe it, pull that plan up, the Chicago New American Plan, and go to page 46, 47, and 48. You're going to see directly every name of group by ethnicity that they have linked up together.
Okay. Hey, Mark, I got a couple of people on the, y'all want to take callers? Y'all don't have to. I got a couple people on the call, so it's up to you guys. It's totally up to you guys. It's totally up to you, Sister Doris.
We don't mind.
Okay.
We don't mind as long as these people are gonna bring themselves down to City Hall. Yeah. Let's hear from them.
Okay. We'll start with 7202.
Questions, not comments.
Questions only. Okay, 4069. You got a question? They want questions only.
So yes, I got a question.
Okay.
How you gonna stop? Listen, how you gonna stop something that you signed up in 1968 to do? This ain't just started today, sir.
What is that something that you're speaking of in 1968?
Okay, in 1968, they went into a thing where when the black women, my sisters went into a thing where it was everybody. It was the Chinese, the Mexican, everybody with the big old bucket of everybody. I can't think of the right name because I'm kind of excited right now. But you started this in 68. This ain't just started today. That's how all the men went to the penitentiary. See, when they started this in 68, they had to have a plan to replenish the America. So when they started sending us to jail and filled up the jail, they had to hire men over here to take our job. But now that they're taking the sister job because they want in here, now you want to say something.
No.
Let me respond to him. Stop, bro. Stop. Here's what we're not going to do. We're not going to, I just said that we don't waste our time beating up on black people, okay? And if you listen closely, I said that if they're going to give them an office strictly for immigrants, then we're going to demand that same office. See, we don't waste our time trying to find something wrong with our people and nothing wrong with everybody else. So this is about us. This is about us looking for those who want to come to the front line and demand everything that they're giving these illegal immigrants that broke the law, illegal economic immigrants that walked across the border, broke the law, and they instantly gave them money, cars, housing, education opportunities, everything. And so now that we see that this is going on, we don't have time to be talking about, you know what I'm saying, what black folks have done or ain't done. We don't have time for that. This is about
these are policies of the United States government. We're talking about policies that have been put in place to hurt us. Black people did not sign up to be removed from the land. Black people did not sign up for our children to not be educated. Black people did not sign up for black men and black women to not have jobs. We did not sign up for this. These are policies of the United States government, headed by Joe Biden at this time, Pritzker of the state of Illinois, and Brandon Johnson of the city of Chicago. These are policies, and they're using money to enforce these policies that they have put in place to house, to clothe, to feed, to educate, and to give jobs to illegal economic immigrants from around the world. This is what this is all about. So let's not get this stuff twisted. Let's stay on the issue. The issue is illegal economic immigrants who are being put into our communities and pushing us out. There are 68,440 homeless people in Chicago. 53% of those people are black. men, women, and children. 18,000 Black children are homeless at any given day in the city of Chicago, not being educated properly. They're building new schools for immigrants when Black children are in schools that are 100 years, 150 years old with all kinds of issues and problems within those schools. That is what this is about. And we will not sit by, stand by, or lie by and allow Brandon Johnson in the city of Chicago to ignore and disrespect his people. Black folks voted to put him in office, and he has been a disgrace. To me, Brandon Johnson is more dangerous than the Ku Klux Klan. That's how I see him. And this is what we're talking about. And if you're not on this agenda, then you don't need to be on this call, because this agenda is about stopping us from being removed from the city of Chicago. If we do not do something, 6 months or a year from now, Chicago will not be the Chicago that Black people know it. They are in our community. These people, some of them are criminals, some of them are rapists, they're drug dealers, some of them are just let out of jail, they're members of cartels. They're already attacking our young people. I saw them attack a young black kid in Hyde Park. They are threatening our seniors. They're asking for money. If you don't give them money, they get an attitude. These people are dangerous. This is our country. We built it. Black people, every immigrant that is in America is standing on the shoulders of Black people. We are the ones who we're not immigrants. We are descendants of enslaved Africans who built this country, gave this country everything that it has today. And not one damn immigrant, not one has ever said thank you. And then you have Joe Biden come up with these policies and bring all of these destitute poor people from around the world and dump them in our communities and put our children out of the parks, put our children out of the libraries, keep our children from getting what they're supposed to get. Our people, as Mark said, go down to Roosevelt Road and Interstate 290. It is Kent City, but yet he's building warming centers for immigrants. This is a Black man who has deceived his people, who has sold his people out, and I'd be damned if we're going to stand by and allow him to do it. So if you're not on this agenda, then don't ask any questions, because we don't have time. We are in serious trouble.
All right, let's go to the next caller. You had a question, 8846. What's your question? 8846, questions only. 8846. All right, caller, you live. Turn your Facebook down. Listen to me on the telephone. Turn your Facebook down and listen to me, or turn it off. 8846. Come on, caller.
Can I say something while they not coming on?
Yeah, go ahead, Sis Erica. Go ahead.
Okay. This whole thing with this wide open border, right? That's dangerous in itself. And I just want to show the people what this plan is. The border is open. Everybody, every crook, every pedophile, every rapist, the cartel, everybody is coming across that border. Okay, sleeper cells. Now, as soon as some type of disaster happened over here, they're going to say Hamas did it, or ISIS did it, or some Arab country did it. And I'm just getting ready to say it right now. No, they didn't do it. You did it, Joe Biden. You did it, Obama. Because any sensible nation would know you cannot be over in Ukraine defending Ukraine's border and your border is wide open. It makes absolutely no sense. So we don't want to hear none of that. And then they start talking about they're going to World War III with Iran because Iran sent some sleeper cells into America. If you had secured your border like the president is supposed to do, the main thing the president is supposed to do is enforce the Constitution and secure his border. And they are failing at that. Obama and Joe. I call him Joe Obama. So if y'all haven't figured it out, Obama is the real president. He's running his third term through Joe Biden. So that is the person that's doing this to us. I don't want y'all to be deceived by this at all. Obama is your president. And that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. 8864. 46, I'm sorry. 46, I'm sorry. Come on, caller. You're live. What's your question?
Mark.
Yes. We got they want questions only. They don't want no statements. They want questions only. So you got a question? Come on with it.
Yes, I totally agree. What the older lady said. I feel like Brandon has totally failed us. I feel like the whole Democratic Party has failed us.
What's your question?
So my question is, when are they going down? When are they going down to City Hall?
11 o'clock tomorrow morning. 121 North LaSalle. Come out for your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, because this is going to impact their future seriously. They made it very clear that the future workers of tomorrow will be immigrants. Just think about it, everybody. Think about it. In Chicago, you're going to bring in people, illegal economic immigrants, and provide all these resources for them, and you totally exclude the Black population in Chicago. If you read that plan, there is not one mention of Black people in Chicago or around this country, for that matter. Just think about it. No, we're not even in the equation. They make it so boldly clear how disrespectful, how inhumane, how insensitive. You say to a race of people, to hell with you. That is what these people are saying. It's hurtful. It's unbelievable. But this is what they're saying. You will not have anything in Chicago, Black Chicago. We're not going to fix a toilet for you to use, but we're going to do it for the illegal economic immigrants. We're not doing anything in Chicago for Black people. This is what I want us to understand, family. We're in trouble. They're in our communities. You're seeing them. 115th Street. There has been it was already designated for economic development for Black folks out there in that area. A lot of them whom are seniors. They have scratched that plan. Alderman Mosley is not strong enough to say to the mayor, you go to hell. You won't do this to my community. We've got to tell Brandon Dunn, you go to hell.
All right.
In that order.
All right. Let's go to the next caller. Okay.
So
go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
Go to the next caller. So the press conference starts at 11 at City Hall, 121 North
Prompt
LaSalle.
on time.
Try to get there by 10 o'clock. We want you to get there early so that we can have everything set up and everybody there. It's important that we get there early. Everybody by 10 o'clock, be on the first floor of City Hall.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
As Mama Doris and Erica stated, you are in trouble. Even these people on here who find something wrong with themselves and other Black folks, same thing happened in California. For those who thought that they were a part of the Democratic Party and that they were safe and cool, they got pushed out of California. This is what's going to happen to you. Even to those that think that they have arrived and you think you did everything the right way, they still push Black people out. From the block to the boardroom, from the educated down to the uneducated, you got pushed out. And so, as somebody said in the messages on the post, is you part of the problem or you part of the solution? If you ain't on board, shut up, because you ain't coming down nowhere. Just be quiet. We talking to those that want to come down and stand up. We're in a state of emergency. We don't have time to play with people who are not going to get involved anyway. But got a whole bunch to say. And let me say this before you try and come downtown and play that game amongst us. Find you something else to do now. We ask you nice.
I'm telling you.
Don't play with us downtown because you're going to get exactly what you're looking for. And I have to say that because this is too serious of a time, man, for us to let anybody play games, especially somebody who's going to benefit from the things that we're fighting for. So if you don't think that you can come down here in support of community of the Black community and what's happening to us and our children and our women, then just don't come. Don't come now. Now you just like you think you grown and you do what you want to do. We grown and we can do what we want to do too. To your ass. And I get too upset, you know what I'm saying, when I see certain things that our people say, but they never speak up and speak out against the system. You're gonna create an office of new Americans while our people are homeless, our children are homeless, and then you have those that want to come and speak up and point the finger at those of us who are gonna fight, even for you. Look, man, stay home. Stay at home and stay out of the way.
Okay. And you know what else?
Hold it, y'all. Too. Let's get this caller real quick because they've been holding for a minute.
Okay.
Okay. Questions only. They just hung up. Y'all took too long. They hung up. They hung up.
Okay, let me say this real quick. For all the people that will come to us and say, well, these people are just coming back home. This is their land. First off, you don't know your history. Chicago was founded by a Black man, John Baptiste du Sable. And this is the natural home of Black people. This is our planet and our universe. So don't start telling me anything about one little piece of land. Black people in America are the only people that don't have a land to call their own. We have been bamboozled for years, waiting on 40 acres and a mule. We haven't got neither one yet. So stop trying to talk yourself out of getting what you deserve, what God gave us as an inheritance. He promised us this land. So stop letting them brainwash you and making you think like you are not entitled to this land. This whole planet is yours. Claim it.
Okay. That's it. Okay. Sister Doris?
They would talk about these people saying that this is their land. Mexico, Central America, South America, Latin America, the native people of those countries were Black people. The Aztecs, the Mayans, and the Olmecs. Mexico was colonized, conquered by Spain. That's how they got the hue, the white-looking color that they have. So let's not get this twisted. I want to say to you Venezuelans, you Mexicans, or wherever you're from down there, you are not native to that country. So you need to study history because this white man has misled you. You all come here and you classify yourselves as white because under this system of racism, that's what they taught you. And you have bathed in this ignorance. You got the Indians from India, blacker than black, walking around saying that they're white because this is what the white anthropologist said. So they got them all mixed up and messed up. But we're not. This is our land. As Sister Erica just said, it belongs to us. We're going to claim it. And we're going to let you know it is not yours. You haven't done a damn thing to build America. And immigrants, those Spanish-speaking people are walking around now. We built this country. What the hell did you build? You haven't built one thing. You are standing on our shoulders. You're eating off our plate. And not one has said thank you. So don't even bring that nonsense to us, because we're going to eat you alive with the history. You ungrateful devils. And think you're going to come into America, come into Chicago and run over us? Attack our elders? I'm an elder. Jump on our kids? Now this watch that used to be all black is 60% Hispanic now. About 2 months ago, some of those Hispanics were sent to jail because of what they did to black families out there. Ran them out of their communities. Beat them, shot them, and told them if they didn't leave, they would kill them. You have them in Chicago today.
Yeah.
That's what they intend to do to us. Well, you better get ready to fight back, because the government of the United States has sanctioned that. When they commit a crime, you call the police, they don't come. How do I know? Because I've called the police on them. They don't show up. And while I'm on the contract with Black Chicago during the election, Brandon Johnson, contract with Black Chicago 2023, many of you may know about it. A copy was put in his hand. A copy was put in Desmond Yancey's hand, the alderman of the 5th Ward. Every black alderman down there got a copy of that contract. And they have not done one thing with it, but they can vote for millions and millions and millions of dollars. But illegal economic immigrants and black people are suffering like hell. You all better wake up. You better wake up. These are policies of the United States government, the state of Illinois, and the city of Chicago. Brandon Johnson could end Sanctuary City tonight if he wanted to. But he doesn't have any love or respect for us. But we're going to show him we have no love or respect for him. I am not playing. We are not playing. This is serious. This is about our survival.
Let me say this, Mama Dora. Let me say this. And it adds to what you're just saying. Since he's so determined to take care of them, I'll message to him. And if he had a couple snitches on this, in this Facebook Live, you go tell his ass.
I don't care what
so determined, since he's so determined to take care of them, then every goddamn thing that he giving them, he gonna give it to us too. You gonna give it to us too.
Period.
We're not gonna stand back. We're not gonna stand back and let you take care of these people, and they push us up out of here on our tax dollar. We don't care who you go talk to. You can go talk to the pastor. You can go talk to the so-called leaders. You can go talk to whoever the hell you want to go talk to. We're not going to stand down and sit idly by while our children and our women and our people at large as black people suffer while you take care of a group of people that can easily walk back over the border in those warm areas where they come from. It's real nice and warm over there. Mm-hmm. And our people are sleeping under bridges and have been sleeping under bridges, been sleeping alongside of expressways, been sleeping out of cars. And for them to think that they're going to bring these resources to the table and not accommodate our community is not going to happen. And we prepared to make some noise about it. And so if you think you're one of those people that want to get in our way, we're going to tell you right now up front, you're going to have some problems right there on the spot. Okay? You get in the way, you get your ass ran over. Just that simple. You know what I'm saying? You want to get into it down there, downtown? Come down and get in our business. Because I'm reading these comments of people, you know, some of the things that they're saying. Come down there and get in our business. And we're going to show you, you know what I'm saying, how serious we are about what we're talking about. Okay? This is about our people. This is about even you with your foolish self. This is about you because you're going to be hurt by it too. You think you exempt because you kissing some ass? No, you're going to get hurt by it too. And so when they say the Office of New Americans, they mean replacing you too. All those that didn't believe that they were talking about them, they found out later when they were homeless over in California.
That's right.
That's what happens to those who thought just like you. some of y'all that's commenting here, I don't want to hear nothing about, you know what I'm saying, what black people are doing to black people. That's not the conversation that we're having right now. We're having a conversation of us saying tomorrow at City Hall, when we meet there at 10 o'clock and get ready for that 11 o'clock press conference, we are saying no to the sanctuary city. We are saying stop the buses from flowing in. We are saying that if you're going to have an office of new Americans, you're going to have an office for old Americans, and whatever else the hell that we want to talk about down there. We are saying it, but what we're not going to do is be quiet while this mayor, and I don't care how many of the pastors he going to meet with and make him think
That's
that
right.
it's okay. We going to show him that it ain't okay. This ain't those days where he think he can call the pastors and everybody stand down. We're going to get into a pastor too. Let pastor get in that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing go for pastor too. Come down there with your mindset, with your bad Masonic ass, you know what I'm saying, and thinking that you got control of us, and you going to find out, you know what I'm saying, that we're clown with your ass too. We're not going to sit back while you starve us to death, and then you do just like you did in the 90s. Once the people start committing crimes, because when you starve a group of people, like Dr. Claude Anderson says, there's 3 steps. You either go to work, you go on welfare, or you going to steal. And so if you can't go to work and you can't get the welfare and those types of things, the people going to go into a life of crime. And so we're not waiting on our people to go down to that 3rd level. We're going to address this now. And if you about the uplifting of our people, come down. If you're not, stay home. We don't need you. Don't even come. We're only looking for those who want to stand up and fight. We're looking for those who want to demand that if you're going to give this stuff to these illegal immigrants, there's illegal economic immigrants, because they hear about money. If you're going to give it to them, damn it, you're going to give it to us.
That's right. That is right. And it's black people that's renting and living out of garages in California because they've been ran out of their communities by MS-13 gang members and you know, other Hispanics, you know, because they wanted their community. They drove them out by hook and crook, killed them, bombed their homes. You know, it was a hostile takeover. And that's what we're experiencing here. We're just going through the first phases. That's what this is. They're going to turn up the heat real soon. And to those pastors that are lining up behind Brandon Johnson right now, I pray in the name of Allah that you heard what Mark just said. Do not get in our way. The deceitful games that you all are used to playing, and you come before the people and appeal to the elders, and those same elders are losing their homes, and you're sitting there quiet and complicit. We're going to push you into the pits of hell. We are not playing with you. I don't care if you're the NAACP, the Rainbow Push Coalition, Jeanette Wilson and the crew, all of these black pastors, get out of our way. We are not playing with you all. We are fighting for our survival. And if you're not with us, you're against us, and we're going to treat you accordingly.
You know what? Those of you who are putting in the chat about what black people do to each other, black people do not pass policies. There's not one thing that black people have done in this country that equates with the policies of the United States for the last 500 years against black people. While you're putting that mess in the chat, go find some books and educate yourself. Because that is the epitome of ignorance. For you to even put in the chat disagreements that we may have with each other, like other people don't have a disagreement. And we're talking about policies that are going to destroy us, that are destroying our children. In the Spanish-speaking communities, they have state-of-the-art schools. Our babies are in 150-year-old schools, and you have the audacity to put in the chat about what Black people are doing to each other. Why are we doing it?
Mm-hmm.
We have been trained to do it.
Mm-hmm.
This is what racism does. We have been trained to hate each other, to not forgive each other. No, the United States government is the worst enemy of Black people, always has been. And you sitting there in a chat talking about what Black people are doing to each other, and they got these people all over your community, and they spend almost $1 billion to take care of these people, while your brothers and sisters are on the street, while there are 18,000 Black children homeless. They pushed them out of the school. You can, in the Mexican-speaking community, they don't even want you in their school. And what do you think happened to the thousands of Black teachers when Ron Emanuel closed all those schools? That was a part of this New American plan.
That's right.
To get rid of seasoned Black teachers who knew how to teach Black children, knew how to control Black children. Most of the teachers in Chicago are white. Now they're saying that if you work in Chicago, you've got to speak Spanish. The language of the United States is English. That is unconstitutional. That is discriminatory. While you're putting in the chat this nonsense.
You know, I'm fairly convinced that whenever you hear Black people speak out against something as important as a movement that we're pushing, is that you either playing a role in the demise of yourself or you got fear of the system. Guess what? We don't do either. We don't have either. We're going to stand up. And that goes for anybody. That means standing up against anybody or any governmental agency or whatever in the interest of our people. This is the people's movement. This is not those selected ones who say they speak for us and go sell us out. We're not those people. So don't be looking for no brand names when you come around us. We don't wait for some shining star, eloquent speaker to come from out of town to come here and get us together. No, we the grassroots people.
That's right.
And this is happening to our people all over the damn country, where they are taking these illegal economic immigrants and pushing them into our communities across this country. And somebody please also put in the post, Cities for Action, because I know you probably got some people, Martin, from all over the country on here that are listening to your live, right, and watching your live,
right,
your show. And so I want everybody to Google Cities for Action, Cities for Action, Cities for Action. And you're going to find out that your mayor is doing the same exact thing that this worthless mayor is doing to us right here in Chicago. All of a sudden on the 21st of November, you find $50 million to fix the vacant and abandoned houses that CHA been had sitting up all these years, while our people are homeless, sleeping on the bridges, while children are homeless, going to school from shelters to Chicago public schools. You find $50 million all of a sudden to house illegal immigrants.
You know what,
And
Mark?
it remains to be seen.
Let me say something real quick, guys. You notice how when this money is coming up, they have it for a designated people for a purpose. They never said 3 million allocated straight to Black people, but they make sure that they say for the immigrants, the illegal, they make sure they said, I noticed it. And all this money that's given out, they make sure that it's designated to them. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I don't want to sound like no hypocrite. I would feel better if they say, hey, this money not only just for the illegal, but it's for those that's homeless, sleeping on the viaducts, or all that other stuff. Now, the 68,000 people, I feel better if they included them, but they didn't include them. Am I right? Now, somebody check me if I'm wrong.
Martin, they have no right
Mm-hmm.
to take taxpayers' money to take care of illegal economic immigrants who left their country on their own. There's no war going on in those countries. They're poor. They've been poor for how long? Well, they're poor Black people in America. Let's not even allow them to think that they have the right to take our tax dollars to take care of illegal economic immigrants. They have no right to do that. We pay taxes to take care of the citizens of Chicago. They're cutting programs that Black people have been benefiting from. They're cutting those programs to give to them because they're spending $40 million a month to take care of people who are not citizens of this country. Because this is a political move. What Joe Biden is hoping, by the time the next election comes around, he's going to try to give them every right so that they can vote. That's what they're voting on because Black people are saying to hell with the Democratic Party. So they want to replace them with us for votes. That's why they're spending all this money. These are our tax dollars. These people fled their country. We fight this government. They should have stayed in where they came from and fight the government the way we fight the government here. But what do?
Exactly.
They come here and they go against us. You Africans who are here, you left the richest continent on the face of the earth. All of the technology with all this electronics and phones that we use, they need those resources in Africa to keep this going. You left the continent. You left your country because you were too damn sorry to fight the government. And then you come here and you attack us, attack this, and we don't want to work. What did you do in Nigeria? What did you do in Somalia? I've been to Somalia. It's a cesspool because you didn't have the courage to stay there to fight. How dare you? How dare you, damn Africans? You come here and you get with the white supremacists and take on this racist behavior towards your people. You are here because we opened the doors. Let's go back to naturalization. Let's go back into the 1800s. That's why you are here, you despicable Africans. You are an insult. You are an embarrassment. How dare you?
And you're right, Mama Doris, because it appears that you have one on here in this chat. And I'm glad that you zeroed in on these Africans who are no different than the Mexicans.
Take your sorry ass back to where you came from.
Exactly. Don't be talking about we brothers and sisters and you come over here.
You're not my brother. You're not my sister.
And you come to the country that we built and you align yourself with the very enemy and you speak out against us, you better stay your ass up on that north side. Because you come downtown where we are, we're going to specifically address you right on the spot. And
I've had the privilege to visit at 8 or 9 African countries.
Mm-hmm.
And the people there are starving to death. They are drinking the water that they urinate in. And you damn Africans come here. You left your suffering people over there and you come here and eat off our plate. And you have the damn audacity to go against us.
Let her talk, Mark. Let her talk. Let her talk, Mark. Go ahead. She's going on the road. Then go ahead, Sister Doris. You go next, Mark.
I am sick of all of them. We're in a war, and you Black people who are on this call or whatever you're listening on, you better understand we are in a war. They're out to destroy us. You Nigerians, you Kenyans, you Malians, you Ethiopians, you Somalians who think you're better than us. You allowed that white man to colonize you, and you didn't do a damn thing about it. You Nigerians, all of you, you haven't done a damn thing to help your country.
And then they come over here. Do you know all these immigrants, along with Africans, Martin, they take an oath. Go read the oath of allegiance that clearly states that they will denounce, that they have denounced their country, that they have denounced their leadership, and that if America instructs them to kill their own people back over in those countries they come from, they will kill their own family members. And so don't bring your ass over here to America telling us what's best for us. You couldn't spell education until you brought your savage ass over here. Don't come over here telling us how we should deal with things, especially to those that come out of places like Nigeria and Ghana, from the Ashanti tribe, the Edo tribe, the Yorubas, the Igbos. Y'all sold us into slavery. And so at best, you better stay your ass on that north side and out of our business. We're not going to stand back and watch you, along with the Mexicans and every other immigrant group, undermine us.
And if you're not Julius Malema of South Africa, or Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, go to hell.
Totally agree. And those are the grassroots people that are over in Africa that are still standing. They're standing up. Those grassroots people. But the ones that come here, and your parents either was the first generation to come here and took that oath, and you were born here with y'all sellout ass, stay out of our business. It's not your business.
And then when the police attack you Africans, then you want us to support you. Oh, I'm not black. But when the police attack your black ass and beat you, then you want us to help you. Hell no. Those days are gone. And I hope there are young people, native black Americans listening to me. Pick up these books and start studying these devils. They killed Thomas Sankara, who was over Burkina Faso. None of you did anything until Ibrahim Traore overthrew that government over there. None of you. And if you're from South Africa, you're still living like colonized slaves. 30 million black folks and 5 or 6 white folks, and you all letting them run over you. And then you're going to come here and tell us what the hell to do. Oh, hell no.
Getting deep tonight.
You're a disgrace to the woman who brought you into the world and the man who was responsible. Y'all want to fight? You got one tonight.
I don't think they want no smoke. I don't think they want no smoke tonight, boys. Sister Doris on fire tonight. Y'all didn't hit the wrong button.
Sister Doris, it will be 80 years old in June of 2024. And it's very painful for me to see my people in this condition today, worse off today than we were 70 years ago. I've been fighting this nonsense ever since I was 15 years old. I'm the mega Evers here in Jackson, Mississippi, where I am today. But they killed him. The damn white power structure of Mississippi and America. So don't say a damn thing to me if you're not about liberating your people. So we're going to go another 500 years bowing down to the white man. Now they want us to bow down to the Venezuelans, bow down to the Mexicans, bow down to the Ukrainians. So we're going to be bowing for the rest of our lives. I would rather be dead. We've been planning these Zooms. It's a lot of planning goes into this. All day long, we're planning. What can we take to our people to wake them up? And you go put in the damn chat about something black people doing to each other. All races of people do something to each other. Whites don't like whites. The only time they come together is when it's about us. The Mexicans don't like us. They don't like each other, but they'll come together when it comes to us. Look at what they're doing in Chicago. We are responsible for the Mexicans and the Puerto Ricans being in the political position they are in today, and they are trying to take everything from us. They didn't have anything. It was under Harold Washington's administration. And then you go have that Rosa and those other Mexicans and Puerto Ricans down there voting on policies against us. Damn every last one of them. And I hope you're listening.
I'm quite sure they're listening. They are listening. I get Sister Doris, I get a lot of traction. You got those that's listening, but it's not inside this chat, but they're listening. Trust me, they're listening. They are listening.
I'm tired, Martin. I'm tired. I'm tired of my people being beaten up on day in and day out. Again, these are policies of the United States government, the state of Illinois, and the city of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And all the hell we've been through, hell, whatever we do. I mean, they've driven us damn near crazy. This is by design. If you just take and take and take from a race of people, what do you think is going to happen? We're at each other's throats. You're not looking at the cause, you're dealing with the effect. What causes a young child to go astray? You're seeing the effect of these children. What have we left them? They've taken the trays out of the school. Why aren't you putting that in the chat? They're taking from Black children and giving them to illegal economic immigrants. In that plan, they're saying they're going to be the future workers of tomorrow. They're already. Go to Lowe's, go to the Home Depot, go to these big stores and see who's working. Look in your community. The Mexicans are working. You don't see Black men working. But yet you're going to put in the chat about what we do to each other. Hell, we're crazy. And not to our own doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she laying it out tonight. And the church say, hey, man, I tell you, she laying it out tonight. She is laying it out. Tell us about the Zoom call.
Join us tomorrow.
Okay, tell us about the Zoom call that you guys been doing every day. Sister
Go
Doris.
ahead, Sister Erica. Here she goes. Okay, every night at 7 p.m., we have a Zoom meeting. And the purpose of that meeting is to teach Black people about this the Chicago New Americans plan, which is about immigrants getting everything and the money that they're spending to make sure that they are successful. It's a comprehensive plan. As I shared last night, I was in Macy's. That was about a year ago, and I was buying something. And when I got ready to pay for the item, something came up. It came up on the screen. Do you want to donate to the Hispanic Federation? We have never had anything like this. So that shows you just how entrenched business is in this. And that's in that plan. Do you want to donate? So look how they're raising money for them. We've never had anyone to raise any money for us. When our people were brought off those ships, they were in raggedy clothes, naked. Nobody gave us anything. But because we're ingenious people, we're creative people, we made a way out of nothing. Just think if we had had a comprehensive
Exactly.
plan like that. Look at where we would be. And we have done magnificently. But they have, since we landed here, they've been keeping us from being successful. And when we are successful, they take it away from us.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, too?
Affirmative action was specifically for Black people. Everybody is a part of it. Well, they struck it down good. I'm glad they took it away.
And this is something for people to ponder on, especially young people that's in debt with student loans, you know, because they wanted to go to college and get an education. These illegal economic immigrants are coming in receiving education for free. They're not going to owe any student loan. Everything is being laid out for them. What they're receiving could have been life-changing for people like us. Okay? So just think about that when you're feeling sympathy, because no one is sympathizing with you. No one has ever empathized with you. The only thing this structure, this government has did in a collective and unified manner is fight to keep us down. They holding us down. Like Sister Doris just said, we are creative people. We are the original people. We are the gods. Let me just say it plain and simple so y'all can understand. And they understand that. But most of us don't know who we are. That's why knowledge of self is imperative. They know that once we get 1 foot up, game is over. That's why they attack us day and night. Day and night. We are fighting when we go to sleep, when we wake up, and in our sleep. That's why a lot of us are losing our minds. Because of the pressure that they're putting on us, because they don't want you to ever think clearly, because now your creative mind is operating. And you're going to crush them. I mean, when I say crush, I'm not saying physically. What I'm saying is the original thoughts that we will bring into this world will crush their world. And that's why we're under attack. They know the power that we hold. They know who we are. When we recognize who we are, the game is going to be over, family.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the Johnson administration. Housing Mexicans or Puerto Ricans. Education, you got an Asian boy. President of the Chicago Board of Education. Asians don't make up a large percentage of Chicago public schools. 36% of the children in Chicago are Black, more 40-something children who speak Spanish. Over education, zoning, housing, I mean, key positions. And they are using those positions to put their people in place. And once they get in those positions, they don't hire us. They're firing Black people from these jobs. Do your research while you're putting this nonsense in the chat. We study, we do research. Black people are losing their jobs to these illegal economic immigrants. That's what they do. In these schools, they don't like, I'm a former teacher, counselor with Chicago Public School System. I've seen what the Mexicans do to our children.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen what some of the Puerto Ricans have do to our children. They don't like our babies.
Mm-hmm.
They're mean.
Sister Doris, hold on.
Sure,
Let's see
baby.
if we can get a couple of more callers in before we end the session. I want a couple more people to call in and ask questions only. We need questions only. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-63 89. Questions only. Again, if you're living in the city of Chicago, tag your alderman, send it to the mayor, send it to your alderman page, city page, tag him, her, whoever she may be, tag your city official, elected official. All right. All right, we're looking for some new callers with some questions now. We don't need you coming on here telling us nothing. Just ask some questions and they'll be happy to answer. All right. We leaving it open. Okay. All right. All right, Sister Doris, you go ahead and continue. I just want to get a few more callers.
You know, we're just asking people to come and stand for yourself. This is not about me. It's about our people. It's about our children. It's about their future. I am really afraid for us. And I've never really been afraid of too much of anything. But I'm afraid of the position that we're in today.
Mm-hmm.
But we can stop these people if we come out and fight.
That's right.
I don't care how. The only reason I won't be at the press conference tomorrow is because I'm not in Chicago. But I've been organizing and helping to plan since I've been here. A lot of work goes into this. So come out to the press conference and stand up for your children, your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. It's about our future. We're the only people who have not prepared for our children's future. That's what these people are doing.
Mm-hmm. Sister Doris,
they're in these schools.
Let me say something. Okay, I went to the library purposely, and downloaded the plan right here. It's all right here. You can download it. You need to download a hard copy. Download it. It's like 52 pages long. Download it. And it does not mention anything in here about Black people. I'm telling you, it talks about businesses, everything, start new business, create new jobs, all for immigrants. That's what it says. Right here in the city of Chicago. That's what it says. I have it right here in my hand. All right, we got a new caller. We got a couple of new callers. Let's get to them. One, I think, caller, you're going to turn your Facebook down, 4775. Turn your Facebook down. There's an echo.
I don't think that's me.
Do you got Facebook on? You don't? Oh, you got me on speakerphone?
Okay, that's not better?
Yeah, it's better. Can't have me on speakerphone. Now, what's your question?
Okay, real quick. Okay, now, like, I got a building, right? It needs some work. And, I can't afford to get it fixed up, with, contractors and stuff like that. But say, the immigrants coming in and come here and fix it up and pay you money while they fixing it up. And, how do, is it a benefit that some way, somebody like me who own the building can benefit for it before I just have to give it to the government? You see, I'm just saying, it's like,
makes sense.
I can see immigrants if they got a skill set level, because I can't find this out here on the street now. And I've been looking, and if you know somebody, hey, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, let me answer this question for him. And we have some contractors, but I want to go back to the question that you just asked. And I want to ask you a question. Coming from an underdeveloped country, do you think that those illegal immigrants know the codes of Chicago? The building code?
No.
Okay. So now, you wouldn't take a Black person that didn't know code and let them do the electrical grid on your building, right?
Actually, I can't make that call because I know that I have let, I am who I am. I let people work on my building. They did good work. Bottom line.
No. That's not what I'm asking. See, those people understood the code. Listen to what I'm saying, brother. Listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying to you. See, there's codes that even if you rehab in a building, that you must abide by, right? For safety purposes. I asked you that question because I have a friend that has an electrical company, and he went and did exactly what you talked about. Hired some illegal immigrants from the police station to come in and do a job, and they left the existing light fixtures that were above the drop ceiling with the new light fixtures, and he almost burned somebody's building down. Now, he is a licensed electrician, but trying to save a few dollars, he hired some illegal immigrants from the police station that didn't know code and almost burned the customer's building to the ground. And so,
you know what, like I say, man, hey, that's, hey, that's why I called the show to see, I might as well just keep hanging out at Home Depot because, I mean, real talk. But I just had to, hey, that was just something.
Short answer. We can get some people to help you, though. We can get some people to help you. But what I don't want you to do is make the mistake. And this is a close friend of mine. And when he first mentioned that to me, I told him, like, bro, that is not a good idea. The few dollars you're trying to save is going to cost you way more in the end because those people do not know code. They don't have a healthcare system.
But that's like anything in life, man. Everybody ain't perfection in what they do. Maybe, like I say, when they come and they have trades, they have skills, they have things that people out here can offer. Maybe they just got the one that was, Three Stooges skills versus the one that was, knew what they was doing. That's like
that whole stop.
I get what you're saying, man.
Brother, stop. These people come from an underdeveloped country. They don't know Chicago's building code. You will mess around and burn your house to the ground, amongst other things, because it's the code that people must know. All right, so be extra careful with this venture that you about to, or you think that you want to go off into. I just told you that a friend of mine, and I'll say this for the last time, he is a licensed electrician. He was trying to save a few dollars, and instead of him hiring another licensed electrician, he went to the police station. This is a real story. And they left the lights that were above the drop ceiling along with they left those lights still connected and ran the new light, and he almost burned somebody else's building down.
Okay.
Not his building.
Well,
he almost burned somebody else's building
man. So
to the ground.
He was on a different project from what I would be looking for. I mean, if it was me, my electricity time, I'm more like construction, just as far as doing walls up and stuff like that. The electricity is fine, all that. All is fine. So that's all I'm saying. It's a little different project he had. And I think I'd be like with plumbing and stuff like that. Of course, I'd go with a professional plumber or electrician versus somebody. But throwing up, drywall, maybe pulling up carpet, things like that,
I have a question for this man.
Somebody have a question for you, sir. Go ahead.
It's a little bit different.
Go ahead,
I have a
sis.
question for you, brother. Why don't we love our children enough to demand that these trades be put back in the school? They take the trades out of the schools. These people are not the most skilled people coming into this country. That is the Kool-Aid that they want you to drink. These are not the most skilled, the most educated people coming into this country. But why don't we love our young people enough to demand that they be trained, that they be educated the way they're talking about training and educating them in various fields, in the various trade industries. Why don't we love our young people enough to ask that question of these politicians?
I think we do love our young people like
but
that.
no, you don't.
But the thing
No, you
is
don't.
that
No, we don't. Because if we loved our children, we would not be in these conditions today to see schools.
Advertising, the way the government or the
And
way
Mark,
the
can we go to
media
somebody else?
is advertising.
You know, can we go to somebody else?
Out here.
We'll
Okay.
reach back out to him, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
look,
Hey, big bro.
let me say this.
Big bro.
How do you?
Hold on, big brother.
How do we know?
Hold on, sir. Sir.
Come on, Mark. He's
Sir.
not bringing anything to the
Sir.
table.
Sir.
And see, Mama Doris is correct. Mama Doris is correct. Look, and I'm listening to the tone in his voice. This is an older black man, no different than I'm a 50-year-old black man. It is our responsibility, and it has always been our responsibility to train up our next generation so they didn't have to stand on the corner, so they don't have to stand on corners. And so at this stage in the game, we have no excuse for being able to say that we're going to reach out to an unskilled group that just walked over into this country. What did
Right out
we
of
do
jail
to train our children? What are we prepared to do to train our children? When it comes to these buildings that we own, you must train them and put them to work. And so respectfully, I was trying to be nice about it, but man, look, find some black folks, you know what I'm saying, that's in your family that know those trades, and stop trying to keep them paying your family member, because you got some black folks in your family that know the trade, that know the code and everything else. But you want to hire some Mexicans. That's what you want to do. That's really what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But we're willing to still say, okay, brother, let's see if we can link up some of these contractors that we know with you. And we can all be here for one another. But to let somebody walk over in this country and take all of our opportunities, y'all think y'all seeing crime. What you think gonna happen the more they put these people to work? And so tomorrow,
man, but I'm listening.
I'm listening. Excuse me, sir.
Sir, hold it, sir.
We're gonna link back up with you.
Sir.
We're gonna link back up with you. We're gonna see what we can do to help you out. But this is about this press conference so that we can make sure that our people are not pushed out of this city. You better pay attention to the fact that that not only do you need work on your building, you better pay attention to the fact that you will mess around and lose your building not getting involved with this movement to save black people in this city. We're telling you in California this happened to black people that weren't listening. Ones that thought it wasn't gonna happen to them. They homeless, y'all. They either had to move upstate or out of state, or they're homeless laying on the side of the highway in California. Sleeping under bus shelters, sleeping out of their cars. They rent garages as apartments. Did you hear what I just said? They rent garages behind houses as apartments in California.
Let me say something.
Okay, sir, before you, sir, I'm gonna let you say something. Give me, sir, I'm gonna give you a minute to talk. Just hold on. Hey, Mark, I'm hearing an echo from you. I think it's coming from you. So, sir, do you got me on speakerphone?
Okay, maybe my what's call is on. Let me.
Yeah,
oh,
turn
yeah. My Facebook mic was still on.
Yeah, turn it down. Okay, thank you. Okay, sir.
Yeah, I just
okay, sir. 4775. Now,
yeah.
What is it that you want to say, bro?
Man, that brother is, like, I agree 100% with him, man. But I look at it like I got this building, right?
Okay.
And I'm trying to fix it up, right? And then the government, now this ain't got nothing to do with what I'm doing with who can fix it up. If the government don't give out funds and say, hey, we're going to give you this much money to do this and do that, I got to go for it. Now, it's not about, but they say, well, who the contractor? Now, this brother said one thing to me that I understand. He said that they don't know nothing about these things, if the government don't give me the contract, if they don't give me money, that's what I don't understand with that. It's like I'm new with this, but I know them dollars out there, and that's what they do.
Brother, this is not just about you. This is about Black people, not about you. It's about our young people who will not have jobs because they're not training them. But you're not concerned about getting on your alderman and getting on the mayor and those who are passing these policies and those who are spending all this money on illegal immigrants, economic immigrants. You're not concerned about fighting for this little brother, these young men and women out here who will not have a future because they're not spending the money on them like they're doing everybody else. You're not concerned about that. You're concerned about your own personal issue. And that's not what this is about. We're talking about Black people who are being replaced. You're not concerned about the trades being taken out of the schools. No, you're not. And I'm not going to. I'm not going to allow you to continue to talk. You are not concerned.
I got to cut you off, sir.
You're talking about your issue.
In a way that.
Martin,
Okay,
please.
I got to cut him off. I'm sorry. I got to cut him. I cut him off. All right. I cut him off. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah.
I'm sorry. We're not taking no prisoners because I don't have any place to put them.
Mm-hmm. All right. We need a body count.
Hey, look,
Right,
if
door.
y'all listen to Sophia's been saying it all since we've been on this call, y'all. Sophia is telling y'all what happened down in Florida. That's why I keep every call, every Zoom call, every chance we get to speak. Y'all hear me study saying California, Florida, New York, Minnesota, Ohio, these places, DC, these places have been overrun by illegal economic immigrants. And when they get in place and get their numbers up, they're going to push you out. Let me say something to y'all about Houston, Texas. Martin, do you know that the Nigerians are coming here from Nigeria, going straight into the prison system, working as prison guards, and they have killed Black people in those prisons down there. They're very oppressive because they view us as the slaves they sold. No, what group do you know would come all the way across the globe to work in the prison system other than one that believe in oppressing people? No other group of people would come all the way across the globe to work in a prison system unless they have an axe to grind. Or they feel like that group of people is nobody. They say that those Nigerians down there are treating Black people like brutal. Animals. Extremely brutal. And so this is about us not letting what happened in Florida that Sophia is speaking on happen to us right here in Chicago. And we are not going to let it happen because all of us, we're going to show up tomorrow. And I want people that's in this on this post right now, if you can come, say I'm coming. I know some of y'all got to get them go to work, but if you ain't got to get them go to work, you ain't got nothing to do, please come downtown to stand up for yourself and your children. After you drop your children off, make your way down to City Hall, 121 North LaSalle, 121 North LaSalle. Meet us on the first floor. Please come down there and stand up for your babies. Stand up for your people. Stand up for yourself. You are in trouble. Sophia is telling you that they are pushing people out of Florida. They're pushing people out of California, New York. Man, these people are not okay with you.
All right,
if they get Chicago,
right,
we can hang it up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, people. We're gonna wrap it up. And let me just read one more. Indianapolis, Indiana prison system has so many Nigerian correctional officers. They are doing some very disgruntled and disturbing things to those Black inmates in the prison system. Wow.
So that's another subject. But wow, that's deep. That's deep. Okay, Mark, tomorrow, City Hall, 121 North LaSalle.
121.
121 North LaSalle tomorrow. Be there at 10 o'clock. We're going to meet inside of City Hall first. Then the press conference at 11 o'clock prompt. So be on time. Wear your heavy jacket, your hoodie, your glove, your hands, and all that. And we'll be there. I'll be there filming. Definitely be there filming. I'll bring the PA system so we can hear it loud and clear. And I'm hearing that it's
Martin,
on.
thank you.
Go ahead, Sister.
Martin, thank you so much for all that you
No
do.
problem.
Thank you so much
No
for all
problem.
that you do.
So there's going to be one speaker. That's you, Mark, right? Mark.
Yes.
It's going to be one speaker. Mark Carter.
And Martin, let me say this to you,
Go
Martin.
ahead.
You know how long I've been talking about this officer
Oh,
for
yeah.
Americans. I mean, long before the people
Right.
started sleeping at the police station, we've been having these conversations. We've been putting the word out and educating the people. And then I gotta, give all the props, man. I gotta give props to the creator first and foremost. And then people like Mama Dora, Erica, Potter Trust, and all the rest that's been taken to the front line. The people out in South Shore, the stuff that Natasha and them have done out there. The stuff that Andre, I can't think of his last name, but him and Tyler Muhammad, when they
Andre
went out
Smith.
there
Yeah.
to, what's his last name?
Andre Smith.
Yeah.
Smith, Andre Smith. I don't know if y'all remember, but they were some of the first ones that went to jail to stop for getting in front of those buses and stuff like that. Now here it is, you're going to lock some Black Americans up for blocking some buses off.
For stepping on the property.
Illegal people that walk, you didn't block the board off, but you're going to lock Black people up that block some buses off. Man, by spring, see, we just, making our moves while it's cold to educate and communicate. But when spring hit, God damn it, we're going to spring up. It's going to be like a every spring in this city. We're not going to sit back and watch this mayor give everything out to other people. And so since he in the business of locking up, because we speaking out, we're going to see if it's enough to hold 100,000 of us. Let's see if they got enough space to hold 100,000 of us.
All right.
Mark, we're going to be springing up before the spring.
Yeah. Okay, you guys put up that link, that Zelle link again. Put that up. Somebody post it up.
I'm
Sister
putting
Erica.
it in the chat right now.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm putting it in there again.
Okay. All right. We're gonna end it right here, Mark. We've been on an hour and 47 minutes. I appreciate
Thank
you
you,
guys.
Brother Martin.
I gave y'all more than enough
Thank you,
time.
Martin.
It was a great discussion tonight. I thank you guys for order. We basically stayed on topic, and you guys did a lot of talking. I appreciate you for coming in. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. But I'll be there before then because I got to set up the sounds. So again, Sister Doris, thank you.
Make sure everybody make it there by 10 o'clock,
10
y'all.
o'clock.
And just like you just said, Martin.
Yeah.
You got to set up everything,
Right.
and so we need everybody there early. Be there on time, y'all. Be there at 10 o'clock. So by the time.
All right, family.
All right, Sister Erica, Sister Doris. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night, Mark. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Appreciate all my guests that came in on the panel. Thank you so much. We're looking forward to tomorrow. So be looking forward on my live tomorrow. I'm going live tomorrow. I'll be downtown City Hall, right in front of City Hall tomorrow. The press conference is going to start at 11 a.m. sharp, but make sure you get there before that time. All right. All right, people, y'all already know what it is.
Live,
Uncut,
unedited.
This is where we
Tell the truth
and what?
and shame the devil.
And I love.
being Black.
All right. Thank you guys so much. See you tomorrow. This is live, uncut, unedited. Appreciate you. I want to give a shout out to Harold Davis, the Butt Naked Truth. Rest in peace. I believe he's been dead about 3 years. He died in the pandemic. Was one of the inspiration of me doing a talk show. He invited me on. I was one of his panels on his talk show. I wasn't just a person to listen in, but I'm one of his disciples, if I may use that term, one of his followers, one of his students. And so here I am today. You're looking at me today, live, uncut, unedited. And Harold Davis, he was the butt naked truth. I tell you, the butt naked truth will undress a dressed up lie. So thank y'all so much. I am a product of him. So peace out. Appreciate you guys for listening.